now go to the gentleman from Utah, Mr. Chaffetz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I do think it's important that we continue on to find the truth. And I appreciate your holding this hearing and for these two fine Americans who are coming forward. And I appreciate your service. Nearly 70 years of service between the two of you in the IRS. Both have served in the military, and for that we're very grateful, and we thank you. Ms. Hoffaker, we've had your reaction to some of the statements by some very powerful people in Washington. I'd like to have you comment, if you could, about the accuracy of their comments. We had CNN reported the former Commissioner Miller blamed 2 employees in Cincinnati. I think the quote was 2 rogue agents. Is that true or not true in your opinion?
Sir, I'm not clear on what you're asking.
The former commissioner, IRS Commissioner Miller, blamed all this targeting on 2 rogue agents.
Correct.
I would suspect that you would be one of those 2 rogue agents.
It was inferred that I was one of them.
Is that true? Were you
no,
one of
it was
these
not. I was following directions from management, and they were aware of what I was doing.
Who is that management?
Well, when I started the project, it was Joseph Herr, and then I was transferred to another group, Steve Bowling.
When the spokesperson for the President of the United States, Jay Carney, stood up before the American people and said, quote, IRS line personnel had improperly targeted conservative groups. What's the accuracy of that statement?
Sir, I know the accuracy of any inference to rogue agents is not correct.
There had to be a moment when you went back home, you're kind of by yourself. What was that like?
Well, like I said to the other gentleman, it was like a nuclear fallout. I mean, the press hounded my family and me. They were hounding us at work. So, I mean, it wasn't a character builder.
Why did they do that? Why was everybody?
I don't have any factual knowledge of why they said what they said or why they did what they did.
What could you do about it?
There's nothing I could have done.
What did you want to do?
Go back to my life previous, before May 10.
And I guess that's the sad part of the story. You know, I'm glad that truth's surfacing, because I think most people now, reflecting back, are going to understand that you're more heroic in this. And really, I think when you have such senior, powerful people in Washington, D.C., trying to discredit you and your person, your service, it's just wrong. And I'm proud of the fact that we are pursuing this. You know, if we did what the White House wanted us to do, if we did what the ranking member suggested we do, this thing would be over. Nothing here. Don't do it. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. When you have the spokesperson for the President of the United States make a definitive statement that it was 2 rogue agents and start poking at these people who have no power to do anything about it, that is wrong. How dare anybody suggest that we're at the end of this? This is the beginning of this. We have to make an example of it. We need to get to the bottom of it. And quite frankly, I'm tired of this administration having to keep having these hearings. We've done it on Fast and Furious. We're doing it on Benghazi. We're doing it on the IRS. Why? Each time there's a pattern. Nothing here. Oh, it's just a couple people. Just move on. That's not true. When the ranking member went on national television and said that this case should be closed, that's wrong. And I have the greatest respect for him.
The gentleman yields.
Yes.
Let me be clear, because there's some old talking points going on here.
At least claiming my time.
I want to answer your allegation.
And I want
to reclaim my time. Gentlemen, it's the gentleman's time.
To suggest that they're just talking points?
30 seconds once he finishes.
These are not just talking points.
Oh, come on, Isa.
Yield the gentleman time.
Thank you. Let me be very clear. I hope the gentleman will join me when I say that I want every single syllable of every single transcript that we can get, every redactions, appropriate redactions put out here. I've been asking for that, and I want that. What I said was, when it came to the issue of saying that the president and the White House was responsible for this, I said that the evidence to that point, and continues to be, not there. As far as the investigation is concerned, I want us to get to the bottom of that, and I really mean that. It is very, very, very important. So I just wanted to make that clear.
Can I ask unanimous consent for 30 seconds?
Of course.
Part of the reason it has risen to this level is that you have the White House spokesman, Jay Carney, blaming one of the people sitting there at this table. You have the former acting commissioner saying it was 2 rogue agents. It was the most powerful people in Washington, D.C., placing blame on the person sitting before us. And that's why it continues forward. And that's why I do think the White House is now engaged in this.
The gentleman is entitled to his opinion. We will stick